Well, here we are. We're back to have a chat about the importance of having vision in the relationship, like as a couple, having a vision for where you're going, what you're doing, all those things, you know?
Yeah, it's important. And particularly what stimulated this topic was this time of year. You know, for a lot of us, we're planning, aren't we? We're sort of in this zone of chill, you know, coming off the festive season, but we're sort of starting to feel like a sense of new possibility.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. There's new things to enjoy and all that sort of thing. Like, oh, maybe we could have a holiday here, or something amazing is going to happen in terms of our abundance or our side hustles or our whatever it is that we've got on the go, or what we're doing with the kids, or all those sorts of things. But you know, it's really interesting that very soon after we go back to work or we go back to our normal routine, all that stuff sort of flies out the window and goes into the hope basket. I hope that happens, but it's not really a proper vision, and it's certainly not, it doesn't become the primary focus. The primary focus sort of returns to the same primary focus that was there a few weeks ago, which is, you know, all about organising life, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's circumstances, you know, and that usually what people find is that it's circumstances that get to rule the roost, and they get to govern things in our lives unless we're kind of structured about what we're doing. And by structure, I mean even just having clarity around our vision for our relationship together. That's more structural. It means that we're not subject to our conditions and our circumstances so readily, and we can therefore insert here what we would love, rather than the busyness of life taking that and saying, well, this is what's going to happen.
Because I think when you get together, there is this almost sense of it's us taking on the rest of the world, and we take on that persona, and it can be about any of those elements, whether it's health or money or travel or, you know, building the house or paying off the house or all the things. And we feel like we've got a shared direction, but we're not necessarily on the same page. And we certainly see that those things have to get taken care of before we can go for the bigger stuff, right? You know, who knows? You might want to do a world cruise for 12 months, but that's just like, way down in the, you know, maybe one day in the distance, you know, but it doesn't become a real tangible thing that we work towards. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. But if we start to shift our orientation to, rather than this entropy, this of just dealing with the day to day, and we could look to the bigger vision as that's actually our primary focus. And those other things are just incidents along the way that just need taking care of. However that happens, it's going to happen. And life takes on a different type of feeling, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a different way of acting in our lives, isn't it?
It does. And there's a sort of a reorganizing effect of gaining clarity in any area of life, but we're talking about particularly relationships on this occasion, and no less so. So clarity kind of connects us into some, you know, universal laws, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Super powerful. Like specifically talking about the law of refinement, you know, that is about bringing clarity. And when we get more clarity, we end up with, more enthusiasm, essentially, for what it is we'd love to have. We're clearer, we're more focused, we take action in alignment with it, we've got more energy for it. And the more that we put that energy in, the more we have energy building for the next stage of it. And it just snowballs through that. It
does.
Yeah.
So it's one of those simple things that's easily overlooked, especially when we're busy and you know there's things that need handling. But when we understand the importance of being clear and having a shared vision in our relationship, then things can really change. And particularly that I say shared vision because that's the thing. And often it's enough that one person holds a vision for the relationship. Things can change significantly there. But if you've got the two people working together, we're on the same page, we're sharing that vision, we're moving together forward. It's really powerful and really effective.
Yeah. And it can even be done in a bit of a fun way or a childlike way, like when you're a kid getting enthusiastic about things. You could just be driving in the car and, make a habit of talking about really cool things rather than, the shit show that's going on in the background. So there's really simple ways in which to bring that to the fore. And I think the thing that's really cool is, as we're talking about the law of refinement, that law not only gives you that enthusiasm, but in the background, what it ends up doing is setting you into a state of certainty, more presence, more love. And when you start operating your life from those three attributes, everything becomes easier and all the other laws start to work together, don't they? So that we talk about when we're, teaching. So,
yeah. So, just a timely, we felt like it's a timely opportunity to talk about this topic, moving into what can be an exciting year of new possibilities in your relationship, and it's certainly something that we've really enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? We've found the benefit and the power of having that clarity together and that shared vision. But we've noticed it with people that we've worked with as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
And, where we've observed our clients who have taken this up and run with it, and they're powerful in their lives, as individuals with unique paths and journeys in their own lives, but coming together in their relationship and creating a shared journey as well. It's just been really cool to watch.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the relationship they're creating either, is it? It's like, again, it's across all facets of life. They share about their desires to how they want to travel or where they want to go or how they want to be interacting with their family and all manner of things, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. And we watch the flow-on effect. We watch how that ripples across other areas of their lives, and even into the flow of abundance in their lives, and how that is elevated along with the quality of and the caliber of their relationship, how that deepens over time and the abundance rises. It's energy, and it really responds well when we're clear. We're kind of, it's like another aspect of one of those universal laws is that when we can manage what we've got, we get more.
Yeah.
But when we can't, we're fragmented, and no different with the relationship. We don't. We go more leaning into that survival mode, and we become more and more reactive in life when it's like that.
Absolutely.
Like you're grabbing at stuff and trying to make the best of a bad situation often.
Or even worse, trying to manage your partner because you're like that. They're part of the problem all of a sudden. That's a whole new ball game now. It's just it's now you on your own.
Yeah. So no, it's that's it.
It's super. Look, as soon as you feel fragmented, I think that's your indicator that you've fallen off, whether it's as an individual or with your partner. Like if you've gone, oh man, there's something going on now, and we've lost our focus. I'm now focusing on all the problems that need to be fixed, including my partner or what I'm doing that's affecting my partner or whatever it happens to be. These are little signs that we can have to go, okay, hang on a minute. Where can we actually focus on something that's of a higher nature, something that's of a greater value, even though it feels like, if I had to get rid of those problems first, it'll be easier to get those higher things. It's not true. It's a big misconception, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Feeling the need to walk on eggshells, that's another indicator that I've just got to manage my behaviour better, and then we can have less, blow-ups, less problems, less conflict in our relationship, and things will be okay. But like you're saying, it's not. It doesn't work that way. When we're in management mode like that, what we find is we're manipulating ourselves, we're manipulating another person, often not knowing we're doing it, wondering why our experience is crappy. It's like it's certainly far from what we'd love to be having.
Absolutely. I mean, and the thing is, if you are conceding to walking on eggshells, for example, you're basically saying, this is the way I want to operate for evermore. So if you like being the person who walks on eggshells, or the person who lords over the other person, or the person who has to take care of everybody's needs before you can have what you want, that's open to you. You can do that for the rest of your days, but you don't have to. You can actually embrace the sovereignty of who you are, and also create a sovereign relationship with somebody, because it's based on a vision. It's based on a future, and it gives us that enthusiasm to keep moving forward.
Sure does. So this is a conversation that goes much deeper than this. Yeah. And it's one that we will definitely be diving further into in our True North school community. And so if that's something that, if it's resonating for you, it's something you'd love to come and explore with us, you're very welcome.
Yeah. So the link will be in the comments. You can just go and click there and find out about what's going on in there. And being this month, we are doing a lot of visioning, aren't we? And helping relationships to build from that status and go from there. And even if you don't have a relationship, as you mentioned before, creating the vision for what you would love in terms of relationship, whether it's an intimate relationship or further afield, it's always worthwhile, isn't it? Absolutely. Because when we come together as humans, we actually become extremely powerful. So we'll look forward to seeing you in school potentially. Yeah, it'd be lovely to have you there. All right. See you soon.
Bye.